Welcome to the Division of Health Sciences Advising Center's online presentation for New Student Orientation. This segment encompasses information exclusively for pre-nutrition majors. Here is an example of your degree worksheet. This is something that we will individualize for you every time you come into the Division of Health Sciences Advising Center for an appointment. These can also be found online on UNLV Nutrition's website. As pre-nutrition majors, you'll need to complete these courses in order to apply to the full program. It takes approximately 2 years to complete, although this may vary for full or part-time students. All students must complete the core prerequisite requirements, which you can see here. They include college algebra, general biology, anatomy and physiology 1 and 2, chemistry 108, which is a combination of organic and inorganic chemistry, degree-specific nutrition courses, and microbiology. Acceptance into the full program is competitive and has a minimum grade policy for specific courses. You must pass with a grade of a B or higher in Nutrition 223, 271, and 301. A grade of B- or lower is not acceptable. Minimum grade of C or higher must be earned in the following courses. A grade of C- or lower is not acceptable. These include college algebra, general biology, chemistry 108, anatomy and physiology 1 and 2, and microbiology. The application requirements for the full nutrition program are as follows. All prerequisites must be completed by the end of the spring semester in May. Students must have a minimum GPA of 2.75, although a much higher GPA is encouraged. A letter of intent is required outlining your goals and expectations for the program. There's no entry exam or interview as part of the application process. The application procedure for the full nutrition program is as follows. Schedule a nutrition signing session. The easiest way to do this is to call the Health Sciences Advising Center at 702-895-5448. Make sure to do this towards the beginning of your final semester when you are planning on completing the prerequisite courses. Application is every spring semester in the month of May. The top 45 students will be accepted into the program, and the deadline is June 1st. There are a number of considerations for acceptance into the program, which include your overall UNLV GPA. Also includes your GPA for the prerequisite courses. If you are accepted into the full major, you will complete the second half of the full major core courses, which will require an additional 2 years. If you are accepted into the program, you are required to choose a specific concentration, which includes dietetics or sports nutrition. The internship is a very important part of the licensure process. This is a competitive application with up to 34 interns per year, or about 17 students per rotation in July and in January. Your application is evaluated on GPA and volunteer and clinical experience. It is a 7-month program and is unpaid, but necessary requirement to take the licensure exam. Beginning January 1st, 2024, a master's degree and internship will be required to take the licensure exam. The last cycle to start and complete the internship and be able to take the registration exam with an undergraduate degree is from the January 2023 to August 2023 round of the internship. UNLV has many great student organizations. As a pre-nutrition major, consider joining the Student Nutrition and Dietetic Association. Here you will get a chance to meet fellow colleagues in your profession, develop a network of contacts, and promote nutrition and health on campus and within the community through various experiences. We require all pre-nutrition students to sign a letter of understanding. This serves as a written declaration of many of the pre-nutrition principles which we're discussing now. Pre-nutrition is competitive, where not all applicants are accepted into the full program, and there's nothing wrong with having a backup plan. It's good to have another major in mind so that you can progress towards a degree if you have to wait another year for the next application cycle. Changing your major is very common, so don't feel embarrassed or anxious about doing so. We can work with you on this if you find yourself considering a change of major. On average, people change their major many times within their freshman year. Here is the list of all the majors within the Division of Health Sciences other than nutrition. They include healthcare administration and public health within the School of Public Health, nursing, the exclusive major within the School of Nursing, kinesiology, or the study of human body movement, athletic training, medical imaging, which encompasses both ultrasound and radiology, and health physics, which is popular among pre-med students because of the higher chemistry, physics, and math. If you're interested in pursuing a radiography certificate, you must first have a bachelor's degree from an accredited institution. If you are interested in pursuing a minor, there are minors in public health, sustainability and health, kinesiology, and health physics for your consideration. Finally, you must know that meeting the prerequisites to apply to a full program is not a degree in itself. It simply means that you have met the prerequisites in order to apply to your desired program. If you wish to pursue a major outside the Division of Health Sciences, there are different advising centers to which you can go to learn about your major of interest. Let's discuss your Fall 2021 class schedule and how it was constructed. Even though many of you are freshmen coming directly from high school, some of you have already earned college credits. Two of the main ways are described here. Non-traditional credits include credits earned through AP, IB, CLEP, or military credits. Other students have earned credits through the high school dual enrollment program, which is most earning of these types are credits are through CSN or Nevada State College High School. If you have earned any of these type of credits and want to use these credits towards your progression at UNLV, make sure to submit your scores or transfer scores as soon as possible to the UNLV admissions office. We don't want you to take a class to which you've already earned the credit. The academic calendar is divided into 3 semesters. There's a fall semester, which runs late August to mid-December, spring semester, which runs mid-January through mid-May, and the summer semester, which runs overall from mid-May through mid-August. There are different lengths of instruction. Most courses you will take will be the regular allotment of 16 weeks in the fall and spring semesters. Some courses will be considered modular courses, which run on average for 8 weeks. Mid-semester courses are usually online and are approximately 5 weeks long, while the summer semester encompasses 3 separate terms, which vary from 3 to 5 weeks in length. If you are considering a summer course, know that these are very condensed and require a good amount of time to commit to the course to do well. When choosing your courses for future semesters, here's some information that will help you in enrolling. For the most part, subject abbreviations are pretty recognizable. Math is math, English is ENG, and so forth. Lower division courses are given a value from 100 to 299, and upper division courses are given a value of 300 to 499. And this is good to know if you have to enroll in an upper division elective or requirement. Every course will have a credit assignment. This simply means the number of approximate hours per week you will spend in class. This does not include study time or outside assignments. All majors within the Division of Health Sciences will have a prerequisite consideration for course progression. For example, A student will have to take Anatomy and Physiology 1 or Kin 223 with a minimum grade of C or higher before they can take Anatomy and Physiology 2 or Kin 224. Some students will have to take courses together that are considered co-requisites. A common example is the kinesiology internship, which requires you to sign up for both Kin 490 and Kin 475 at the same time. At some point for all of our majors, there will be courses that have two separate parts to the course's overall grade. Almost all of the science requirements, such as general biology, anatomy and physiology, chemistry and physics, will have separate lectures and separate labs. This is designed to maximize your application of the material learned in the lectures. The combination of both these grades will equal your overall grade. Many math courses at the higher level will have a lecture and discussion component. There are different types of mode of instruction. Most in-person courses fall under three different categories. And this is twice per week, which is most common, once per week, which has a single longer class time, or 3 to 4 times per week. All Division of Health Sciences majors will either complete an online course or a hybrid course, which means half in person and half online, during their course progression. All Division of Health Sciences majors will either complete an online course or a hybrid course, half in person, half online, during their course progression. In order to access the online courses, you will need to activate your Web Campus account. Most important information regarding their online or in-person courses will be found through the Web Campus portal. Please take note of the link featured here. Your most important email address during your time at UNLV will be your Rebel Mail. Please take note of the link to set up your personal account. All official correspondence will be relayed through your Rebel Mail. Many professors and departments will only respond to emails from this account. If you wish, you may set up to have your Rebel Mail forwarded to another personal email account. UNLV's student portal is MyUnlv, and it is one of the most important aids that you will use during your progression through to graduation. Currently, your fall 2020 schedule can be found online via your MyUnlv account. There are a few ways that you can get there. You can use the web link address found here, or you may simply do a Google search for About MyUnlv and click on the main web page link. Once you come to the About MyUnlv webpage, scroll down slightly and you'll find an option for Student Support. Feel free to use this service if you would like to learn more about tutorials that may benefit you in using this portal. And in the lower right-hand side, you'll find a link to the login page for your MyUnlv account. It may be good to bookmark this link in your browser, as you will use this account throughout your time at UNLV. The login page needs a user ID and password, which is simply your NSO ID number and password from before. This is another way that you could find out information about a class and its availability by clicking on the Search for a Class link. It is also recommended that if this is your first time using the MyUnlv login, which is pretty much everyone listening to this message, that you clear your browser cache for ideal system performance. Sometimes students experience this error screen after their first login attempt. If you experience this, simply click on the Sign into PeopleSoft link and re-enter your NSO ID number and password from before, and it should work. Once you log in, you will see the screen. Feel free to explore the different services that are available here. And as far as seeing your schedule, click on the Enrollment section. Here you will find a number of services, including viewing your current class schedule, searching and enrolling in courses for future semesters, if applicable, dropping or auditing courses, and swapping courses. We're going to talk about this particular function a little bit more. We understand that your currently schedule may not be the most ideal for your preferences or circumstances. Sometimes people may work on Tuesdays and Thursdays and want to try to get their courses on Mondays and Wednesdays only. Or people may prefer morning schedules over afternoon schedules. You now have the control to change your schedule. Before doing so, please consider the swap function. The swap function will protect you in case your desired class is not available at the time you are attempting to change your schedule. So, for example, let's say you're trying to change your Psychology 101 class from morning to an afternoon section, or a morning Psychology 101 class to an afternoon Sociology 101 class. You proceed to drop the morning class and try and add the afternoon section. You find out too late that the afternoon section is full, and try and re-enroll in the morning section. Unfortunately, the morning section is filled up from the time that you dropped it to the time that you're trying to re-enroll. And this can happen, especially towards the beginning of semesters when courses are near maximum enrollment. The swap function will attempt to do the switch instantaneously. If it cannot make the switch, it will not drop you from your original course. For this reason, we highly recommend the swap function when adjusting your schedule. Especially for English or math, always use the swap function. These courses are very important to your course progression for health science majors, and we want to make sure that you are secured a spot for these two subjects. If you're still waiting for AP or placement scores, we recommend to stay enrolled in the course until the scores populate in MyUnlv. Once they do, you may use the swap function to swap the course appropriately. A few reminders for the fall. Please review the term calendar from the UNLV website for important dates and deadlines. Utilize the UNLV website. It has a great search engine, so if there's an area of question, it's a good place to start. There are a number of bookstores around UNLV, but we highly recommend the official UNLV bookstore for your textbooks. It has a good return policy and works closely with faculty to ensure accurate representation of needed materials per course section. Turn in your immunization records at your earliest convenience. Failure to do so may inhibit future enrollment. If you drive to UNLV, consider getting a student parking permit. Off-campus parking is not always available and can potentially be dangerous late at night. With a student parking permit, you have the added safety of an escort to your car on UNLV grounds if you wish. It also is nice during the hot days to have an option of covered parking in the garages. Finally, get your Rebel card. You will need this ID for everything from checking out publications from the library to gym access to making copies. Every year, there is an event called UNLV Creates. It is a good opportunity for incoming students to feel welcome and to meet some of your colleagues in your chosen field. We're waiting for updates for this event and will notify you once we receive them. Here is our general information for the Division of Health Sciences Advising Center. Appointments can be made through MyUnlv, calling 702-895-5448, or emailing dhsadvising@unlv.edu. Our normal operations are in WHA 1, with hours from 8 a.m. to noon and 1 to 5 p.m. Normal drop-in hours are Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 8:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. We welcome you to UNLV and we wish you great success in your future endeavors. If we may be of service, please let us know. See you soon.